Once, it must have been the year 1989, a guy named Collier lived here, but he wasn't doing well. Day in and day out, always the same chores. All his friends had left him behind, until one day, he received a mysterious message.
Dad, you've told this story already.
Oh, really? Let me think. There's more where that came from. Did you ever wonder who else lived in this apartment before? So many dreams and dangers, hellos and goodbyes. So many adventures, memories, and mysteries. All in these four walls.
And what about that other story?
That's for another day.
Welcome back to the final game of today's day and the showcase of IndieX 2025. Once again, my name is Rufox, or Paul, whatever you prefer to call me, and I have Victor here with me. Victor, welcome to the show. You are part of the little studio called Blue Backpack. Apparently, it's the second showcase in one day here in the IndieX showcase. So, welcome to the stream, Victor. I think we're fine. Just gonna check back here with the production because I don't think your webcam is working. Is everything okay, dude? Okay, we lost his webcam, but are we listening to him? Okay, we're not listening to him. Okay, so we're having a little bit of technical difficulties here. So while this is solved, I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about the Berlin apartment because this game is very interesting. It was not one of my scheduled games in the beginning of the showcase, but it was one that as soon as I got assigned to the showcase or assigned to the game, it got very interesting because this game, first of all, it's made by Blue Backpack. It's published by them as well as ByteRockers Games and PARCO Games. And when it comes to the Berlin apartment, the let's call it bio of this game is basically one apartment, many stories, witness turning points in the lives of the inhabitants of an apartment in Berlin over the course of a whole century. Now, if you guys have been watching the showcase, you know that I have this. In Portuguese, we call it panca. In English, I'm going to call it just I don't know, man. It's just this kind of thing that I just don't finish the demos when I come to a showcase because I want to experience it firsthand with you and the developers. And in this case, I played for a little bit of the demo and it was amazing. So I wanted to leave it to the showcase. And now I think we have the problem solved. So Victor, finally, welcome to the stream. How's it going, man? How you feeling today?
Hey there, it's a great honor to be here. Actually, super excited to be here. It's a project we've been working for so long, and it's really nice to see being brought to such to a more broad audience as well.
Yeah, this game is really it kind of had like this cozy vibe, but it's what I like to call a linear, let's call it a visual novel per se. So first of
Yes.
all, before we get into the game, actually, I was getting ahead of myself a little bit because I got excited for a second. But first of all, Victor, what do you do within? I'm assuming you work for Blue Backpack directly. So what do you do specifically within Blue Backpack?
Yeah, so I'm a 3D artist. I'm a 3D environment artist, and so basically, everything from wardrobes, sofas, the buildings you see outside in the city are stuff that I worked on. Not only me, actually. It's a pretty big team on the 3D environment team. So yeah, I'm more of a tiny part of it, but tiny big part of it. Like because we all work a lot in this game. Yeah, that's me.
I believe that. Now, when it comes to the Berlin apartments, we're gonna jump into the game in a little bit, not just yet, but what was the concept behind this? Let's call it visual novel, if it is a visual novel. Like, what was the concept behind it?
Wow. Um, well, it runs back a long like since 2020, I believe so, because I got into the project in 2022. I was actually still in Brazil working on it, and I think from the very beginning it was almost like what you see now in the demo. The main idea was to have this one apartment that would change through time. So we will have different stories, different characters, all in the same environment. And so it's almost like I think this happens a lot here in Europe since everything here is much older. But uh, very often we get sometimes thinking, "Wow, who lived here before I got here?" Like 50 years ago, maybe 100 years ago. Like I live in a building that it's 100 years old, so
And
definitely a lot of people pass through here. So that's one of those questions that the Berlin apartment asks. Like, um, I think there are many stories hidden in these walls, like in this whole building.
it's funny because it's one that, as you were talking about that, it's something that actually pops in more and more pops into the heads of everybody. And we can jump into the game. By the way, we can start the demo in a little bit, but
Sure.
this is something that actually it's starting to pop into a lot of people's minds, especially because like social media connects us so deeply right now that I feel like even I had this feeling. Like I live in my family house that's was built like 60 years ago, but I still have that
It
same
must
thing
have
of
been the
like,
year
who lived there
1989.
before us? Was that a house
A guy named
before
Collier
us? Like even in
lived here,
apartments, my
but
grandmother
he
lives in an
wasn't doing
apartment, and I
well.
have that same feeling of
They
like
in and
somebody
they
lived
out always for
before her in this
socials.
apartment. So it's
Hmm.
really interesting, that concept, and
So,
it's not a
now I'll
that
go
it's
to.
not really a regular concept in terms of games, in terms of visual novels.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
No,
Did I
no,
interrupt
no,
you?
no.
No.
Go for it.
Go
Go
ahead.
for it. I was gonna jump right
Yeah.
into another question, so you have all the space here. Don't worry about it.
Always
Cool.
remember, guys.
I was going to say
If
that
something means
this was
something
one of
to
the
you,
first things that
never
uh,
let
right
it
at,
go.
right on
Because life
spot
is only two is older,
got me into this project because when they described it to me what it was like,
and your
I
legend
immediately
just as
like
withered as
could
ours. But still,
imagine. Well,
always
I've
make
been in
time
this
for those never left
exactly
in the past.
situation, like
Work in the morning,
wondering
home in the
how
evening.
many people have
To help you,
walked through these
it's
streets,
better than
like
that.
for example.
So, feeling still thirsty?
So yeah, I think it's an amazing concept, and like you said, I don't remember a game right now that runs around
But don't worry,
this idea.
I'm not like
Yeah,
most.
because it's a
I
very
won't be
deep.
about
Also, by the way, Bjorg, I'm going to lower the volume of the game just a tiny bit so I can hear Victor a little bit better. Let me know if it's good
none
from
of
your
you
side as
was
well.
dying on my watch.
But yeah, it's
I believe
something. It's
in
something that
integrity and
it's a
loyalty.
very deep and nostalgic
What the?
element of a train of thought, right?
I
Like
think I'm seeing ghosts.
it's something that really makes you deep think, and it's something that, as indies goes nowadays, you have a lot of indies that follow that train of thought, that
Did you
follow
see
that
anything?
deep strain, that make
Oh,
you feel
nothing
stuff.
yet.
So it's really interesting that you
Didn't
went
think
with
so.
it. Now, it did say
Thank
that
you.
you were the 3D artist here, and I assume that you work with the art direction team as well. So talk to us a little bit about this kind of art direction right here. We're seeing a lot of like, this is not like, it's a very unique kind of art style, right? Like vibrant colors, but at the same time a lot of pastels. Like, what happened here?
Yes, it's a combination of multiple uh, things actually. We have our game director that uh, obviously have some kind of vision for this game, but
Did Miko used
this
to win
kind of
opportunities?
ties together
Or was it
with
me?
our concept artist. We hired a concept artist from France. That's Sil.
Mm-hmm.
She's a very skilled artist who work on this kind of pastel themes, pastel colors, like you said. So we work on these concepts and we try to represent them as close as possible in engine. And I think for this game, the visuals you're seeing right there, I can like affirm you, it's pretty close to what we had from her, and it's really cool to see this like right in front of us because it has all of these almost like a comic book, almost like an illustration
Yeah.
as you play it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's totally intentional. Like it's the exactly idea we have from the concepts. So it's kind of that. It's a little bit of 2D concept art, also the 3D art, like the volumetric art, and also the shaders that we get from our technical artist, which is also our programmer.
Yeah, the shaders are actually just insane. Now, I was looking around the room right here, and I was seeing a lot of references here. Like, since this is, I assume it's based like literally in the soul of Berlin. We do see a lot of these posters right here in the walls, like with a lot of references to AC/DC, Bob Dylan, of
Yeah.
course. Like, were these like all planned from the beginning? Like, do you want to play a little bit around it? What happened here?
Oh yeah. So like I said, since this is like a very teamwork combination here, the person that works on the 2D graphic arts, it's actually a different person. So I think there is there is an art direction for our 2D artist, which is the person that worked on the characters as well. So he's responsible for all those things that you're seeing, those jokes that you see on the walls hanging right now, like those fake bands and etc. So that's on him, but there's also a lot of research on my side as well, because not just my side of it, but on the entire 3D art team, because every object that you see here, or like 99% of all the objects that you see there, they are actually research a lot first. It's like our art director, he takes a lot of care with these. Hey, this object, it couldn't exist on this era, so we need to actually change for a new one. And there's a lot of that, a lot of back and forth. So yeah, there's all our creative side, but also we need to keep onto the eras you're seeing in game.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that because just if you can give us a little bit of the lore. I know this is still an early demo. You guys don't even have early access or a release date yet, so it's just this demo. When it comes to this, like when it comes to the era around the plot, like what's the story like? What's the story based in which era? Like what's happening here?
Sure. So in the main in the full game, you will be following two characters in the beginning. One of them is the playable characters. She's a child called Dilara, and she's going following her dad to refurbish an old apartment. Her dad, Malik, and while exploring this apartment, you will find items and relics that belongs to people from the past. And by finding these items, you will be brought to this story in the past and this story is told by Malik, her father. So you're kind of experiencing a story that is on a thin line there, that it's kind of a makeup story from her father, but could also be a very true story, because you're, as a player, you are experiencing it. So for example, right now you are on 1989 during the division in by the wall in Berlin. So this story in the full game is told by the main character's father, but also it's experienced by the player. So you kind of keep this in your head. Am I experiencing here the true story? Like how much of this is actually being told just to a child so she can follow her father into work and etc. And I think this is really cool, like to imagine that.
No, this is definitely really cool. Like the way you guys tell this story here, like it feels very dynamic. I've played quite a few experiences like this, and when it comes to, once again, like correct me if I'm saying wrong here, but I feel like once again, like these visual novels kind of experience, um, they have like really good storytelling, and I feel like you guys just in this demo, just by the little that we're seeing right here, I feel like you guys are nailing the hammering the head of the nail. I don't know. Anyways, it's an expression. I'm really bad with expressions, but basically, you're nailing it. And when it
Uh,
comes to that, the story itself, it feels very interesting because in just about a second, we're gonna jump eras, right? We're gonna jump to, I assume it's the girl's vision.
uh, you mean when you mean for the next eras before after that?
Yeah, as soon as I throw this plane.
Oh yeah, true. Yes, you will be transported into a different area. Yes, to 1933. Uh, it will work a little bit different
I
than
completely
in the
botched that.
demo. Oh, go quiet now because you need some concentration in that.
Oh, you're fine. I'm just botching completely this airplane throw.
But yeah, after this throw, you will be transported into a different time.
We actually did it!
Dad, you've told the story already.
Oh, really?
Also, when it comes to voice actors, did you guys source it locally? Like,
There's
you guys
more
are.
where that came
Where is
from.
the company from? Is the company from Germany? Are you guys from someplace else?
That's a lot of producer talk for me. I
Okay, okay.
actually don't know, but
Yeah. I
I've
was just
I
curious.
heard a lot. Yeah, I heard a lot the recordings and everything, but I don't know how are they hired.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just make a comment here? I don't know if
100%, yeah.
I really like this cut here from the demo because as you can see, this is the exact same place that you were before
Mm-hmm.
throwing that plane, and there you can see like a very different image of what it was like. Before you were seeing the wall in Berlin, and now you can see how exactly um, it kind of looked like before it was built. You can see like what is the building as well that you were throwing
Yeah.
that paper plane. So yeah, there's a lot of that in this game. You will like do this back and forth in some rooms,
Mm-hmm.
and it's kind of up to the player to kind of notice these details. But I think it's also something really cool.
Yeah, I definitely noticed it when I was playing it before we went live. I definitely
Yeah,
noticed. Another thing that we were talking while we were offline is it's about the Nazi reference and like all of the German, because once again this is in Berlin. We were just talking about how the last place or the last house that you were in or the last era was right about when the Berlin Wall was built or was already up. So you jump eras right here and you're still telling the story. Like, I don't know if this is a question for you once again, but like, how accurate did you guys go in terms of like dates, in terms of like research about like the German history?
yeah. In 1989, the time you were right before it,
Hmm.
that actually it's right before the wall was taken down. We have like another episode that the wall appears again.
Hmm.
That's on 1967. And about the historical research, there is a lot of documentation on that. And but I think that's more on the side of the people that are working on the story, which is our game director
Hmm.
and also our art director. They're really on top of that, together with some other writers that work with us. So that is, I can guarantee you that there's like a lot of historical search doing here, because it was one of the challenges of this game. Is not just about creating this narrative, this emotional narrative, but with it's kind of important to keep everything tied together with something that really happened, because otherwise I think it misses the potential impact this game can have.
This is all new to me, so I'm just reading what you're saying as well.
Hmm. You're playing right now in English, right? With English subtitles,
Yeah,
or
we're playing with. So the showcase right now is going with English voice acting and English subtitles as well. It's funny because I was asking you about the voice actors specifically because of this, because at least the English ones, like it, it's the voice actors so far, at least the ones that I heard, like it's really good. That's why I was asking if you guys sourced locally or not. Like you even notice a little bit of the, the German accent in some of them. So that's why I was asking if you were sourcing locally
Uh,
or not.
yeah. Okay. I what I do know, it's if I'm correct, the the English voice actors, are they are not from Germany. I
Hmm.
don't know if all of them are not from Germany, but what I can say, like this. I think this actor isn't the one you're hearing right now. I don't know. I need to confirm that. Yeah. But I think this is one of those games. I remember when I was working on it. Um, when we started to receive the first recordings for the characters, it changed a lot
Hmm.
because, uh, especially for like when we are creating art for this game and we are like populating the whole apartment, and I was having kind of a feeling that I was not seeing the game until I was hearing the characters speaking and everything else. It's really really important for this game.
Wait, can you recap that point? You were saying that you weren't really seeing the full potential of the game before you saw the
No,
characters.
no,
Was that okay? Okay.
no, no, not the full potential of the game. I wanted to say, for example,
Hmm.
this very scene that you're going through now,
Yeah.
before the voiceovers, like
Hmm.
you kind of have to imagine what is going on in there
Ah,
because you
okay.
don't have the
Yeah,
voices.
yeah, yeah.
You
Okay.
know, you kind of have the text in there,
Hmm.
so you kind of read it to yourself and you say, oh, okay, so this character will walk through
Yeah.
here and say this. But when I say it in my head, it doesn't sound as cool as it is right
Hmm.
now. So playing the game with all the voices together, like when we had our first demo, which is this one that you're playing right now,
Yeah.
like it's kind of like everything clicked. Everything was finally together. And I was like, oh, okay, this is the part that I was working on, and now I can see this. Like I can understand what was supposed to be happening here. It's a really fun process, actually.
Yeah, I believe that. That's why I was like, that's why I asked you to repeat that part because I was a little bit overwhelmed by the voice actors and like we have having the conversation at the same time. So I was like, I'm pretty sure he didn't say this. So let me just recap, and that makes a lot more sense. I totally get. I'm totally on the same point as you because like I have never worked on game development in my life. I am a video editor and I do work with design as well. So on the video editor part, I do find that like the audio and the little stuff that you add, even just like the voiceovers and such, like it adds so much to the quality of the product. And
Yeah,
I
exactly.
can totally see, I can totally visualize what you're saying because like I believe that since you're a 3D artist, I believe that like just populating the whole room like this, just the image that we're seeing right now, like just by adding just one of the voiceovers, it could change your whole experience as a dev.
Yeah, I always, if it's okay to make just a comparison with Constance, because
You're totally
we're
fine.
from the same
You're
studio, and
totally fine. Yeah.
yeah, I was play testing Constance a little bit when Sebastian was working on it in the
Hmm.
very beginning, and since it's a different game. It's a Metroidvania and all, and it's a platformer. When when I got my hands into the controller, in the controller, you immediately kind of see what Constance is about
Hmm.
just by pressing buttons.
Yeah.
And like this doesn't happen for a narrative game. Like it really,
Completely. Yeah.
you yeah you when you finally have those elements of audio, not just and not just voiceover. Like uh, we also have an audio designer working for the, the the sound effects as well. When you have the sound effects in, it's uh of how all things start to have some weight, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know, something like that. and
Yeah, like
and that's when it started
comparing
to
those two
play.
games, I can see what you're saying. It's like in an action game like Constance, the audio elements have some weight, but at the same time, they don't really add a lot more in terms of like compared to a visual novel. I feel like that's what you're saying because
No,
like
yeah,
we
they do. I think they do add a lot, but I mean
Mhm.
more
In a
for
different
like
way.
when you're trying to feel the game, to feel
Hmm.
like, I call it like the vibe of the game,
Yeah.
and what I meant with Constance, like if you put a lot of, just if you don't have the whole background of Constance and you
Hmm.
have just the character, for example, um, just by playing with your controller, you kind of feel what the game is about.
Yeah.
And on the Berlin apartment, I think audio, voiceover, and everything was really um, what kind of made this game really shine. You know, really
Mm-hmm.
uh, to really to take place.
Yeah, like if you don't mind me the comparison to another game as well, because I've been following you guys in terms of like constant development or
Hmm.
the game development, and I've seen your social media person like comparing it, not comparing it, but like she has done a wonderful job when it comes to following the trends online as well, and she did some TikToks and some videos about oh, play our game because it's kind of like Silk Song, and I can see both of those, and like
Uh,
the thing is about audio that I wanted to tell you, it's like I can totally see what you're saying because like even if you compare it to Hollow Knight, for example, like Hollow Knight, if you just take the character or if you just take the whole game, like nobody is really talking, right? Like there's no real dialogue. There's only like noises that come out of the characters, and that adds a little bit to the character. That adds a little bit to the game, right? Like the noises that they make, but like it's not as deep as something like the Berlin Apartment, where it's a visual novel, and just the way actors work, the dialogue, just the way everything impacts at the right timing with the right tone, like it just makes for a heavy experience, right? Like we can even compare it to other visual novels. Like for example, I'm gonna go for a AAA one, like um, and as soon as I said that, the name just vanished off of my head, but it's the one that everyone knows, and I forgot the name. That it's called Before the Storm. I completely forgot. I don't know if Diogo knows it as well. Chat, if you guys know it, let me know because my mind just went blank. Um, it's the one with the girl.
on the AAA
Life is Strange.
life. Oh,
Yeah.
you said Before the Storm is kind of like a spoiler for this game, isn't it?
What? What for Life is Strange?
Yeah, for Life is Strange. Oh
Oh
no,
no,
then never mind.
it's
Never
just the
mind.
second
I
game.
didn't say anything.
It's Life is Strange Before the Storm. It's just the second game name.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Right,
So
there's a second game. I was thinking about the first game. There's a storm situation in this game. Yeah.
what in this game, the Berlin Apartment?
No, 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 no.
Oh, okay,
I mean
okay.
on the first Life Strange.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry, in the first Life Strange.
Yeah,
There's
I did
a
play
storm
through that
situation.
game. I saw that as well. So if it's a spoiler, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. But anyways, comparing those two games, like I feel like the Berlin Apartment is in the same step as Life is Strange, for example, in terms of like visual novel and how the character or like how the sound in terms of dialogue is going to affect so much the experience of the user.
Mm, true. Yeah, totally. I would say it's one of the essential parts. It's having those uh, having the acting like done really well done how it is there.
Now, when it comes to puzzles as well, like since we're playing here a puzzle right now, who was this like the initial idea to have like these kinds of like very small puzzles, very light puzzles, cozy at some points even?
Yeah, I think it was, but it was never the idea to have you were not going to find super hardcore puzzles like, let's say, for example, like I don't know, like Myst, like I don't know, like Blueprints.
Yeah.
It's not the idea here.
Hmm.
But yeah, you will occasionally find some puzzles more they're more linked to exploration uh than kind of logic. So yeah.
I'm just checking if I did this correctly because okay.
There's no right or wrong there. You can do if
Oh, I
you're
can just leave it.
feeling great
Okay.
about this.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. So that's
you
cool.
think you did a good job, then you did a good job.
Yeah. This completely doesn't tell how bad of a packer I am. I swear to God, like the past 2 or 3 months, I've spent it like going back and forth to another city, and I swear this was my type of packing. So don't judge me. Oh. Okay.
Whoa.
We didn't see it.
Okay.
Chat, you didn't see anything. Okay. Start taking.
Nothing happened.
Nothing happened. Okay. So right now we need the journal. So walk me through
Hmm.
like this section to the best point if you can. Like, so what is happening here? Like, we're packing for what?
Cool. You did you kind of I will ask you something. I always ask this to people at Gamescom when we were showing the game there. Do you understand like what is this character that you're playing right now?
I'm gonna be bluntly honest, not fully, because I've been trying to juggle between talking with you and like trying to listen to a little bit of what they're talking about.
Okay,
Um,
yeah,
I tried to.
this
I
is
tried. I understood like 10%.
yeah, this is this is kind of okay because in the full game you have more contests and you have more objects that you can explore in the house and etc. But since we're on a stream right now, you're playing Joseph, that it's he's a Jewish person,
Okay.
and you are in Berlin in 1933. So the Nazis they have just took over government. So he's packing because essentially he needs to leave. Like this environment has become completely unacceptable for him. So you will see these. You can see the neighbor on the floor below keeps banging on the ground
Mm-hmm.
for no reason, and he even says this at some point. I barely even moved. Like why is this person banging on my on my floor? Like
Yeah.
so this is the contest for this episode. There you have. Oh, this is collectible.
Collectible.
Yeah. So you are trying on you're trying to decide what is the best. What are the things you need to have on your suitcase, and what are the ones that you actually don't need? What are the ones you need to leave behind? And every time you find an object for that is on your list, you also have a memory linked to this object. So, for example, do you remember when you throw that plane?
Yeah.
You can see uh, outside in the window there's a burned down building.
There's a what?
So there's a burned down building.
Huh.
I don't know if you can see there. And this building also has a relation to the story of this character, and is also one of the reasons why he's moving away. I'm trying to be as most generalistic as possible here because I don't want to get into spoiler territory. I don't know what is considered a spoiler, so I'm just trying to.
Oh, I'm leaving that up to you. But
Yeah.
I'm just really soaking in the information that you're giving me and the information that I'm seeing in these rooms, because as I was going through this like cinema room right here, and I was opening up um, these drawers right here and taking a look at these ones right here as well, like I just see such a rich place in terms of like lore development that you can like just fully explore this for like I don't want to say like hours because not hours, but like for a very prolonged time and still learn
Yeah.
stuff about the game. Like it's so rich.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I talked a little bit earlier about. This will depend entirely on the player, because if you want to, you can just find your objectives, and just be gone.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, you can keep going and exploring, and these items that are scattered around this place, they are also scattered in a way uh, to kind of help into a storytelling of this whole place. It's not random at all. It's really good that you're finding this now. That's the idea.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Now, can you tell us like some I'm gonna call it secrets for lack of a better word, but can you tell us some secrets around this game that people in this demo are not gonna find, and eventually when the full build is released, like some
Um, I I'm unfortunately I remember stuff that it's not being shown yet because it's from different episodes, so I am not supposed to talk about. I don't think on this episode you have so much like groundbreaking Easter eggs. Um, but you have more hidden stuff in the full game. Mm,
Hello, 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 hello. How are we here? Okay, we're fully back. Let's go. Okay, awesome. Okay, awesome. I think we're back. Yeah, we're fully back. So it's just some tech issues from my side. I'm very sorry. But yeah, as we were talking about, so you were remembering some stuff that it's not shown here. So we're not going to talk about that. So because this is still very early. Um, but so you just talked about episodes. Now, is this going to be like fully released on like the release that you guys set to, or is this going to be like released in terms of like an episode right now, next week another episode? How is that going to work?
No, no, all the episodes will be on the full game.
Mm-hmm.
I just call it episodes to because it's more easy to understand it, and it's also
Mm-hmm.
how it's the lingo we use when we are working on the game.
I don't have
Um,
any idea
so basically,
what's
each area we
This is
call
not
it
the right place.
episodes. Um, but yeah, no, no,
My own
they won't
home.
they won't
I stopped emptying
come
it
up
after
separately. You
visiting
have
you.
the full
The most
experience in the
painful
game.
day of my life.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Now, I assume
Oh,
we're
cool! You
about to
found.
finish this episode. Yeah. Oh, okay. That's a burning house.
Yeah,
So walk us through what's happening here.
sure. So you could see like a lot of movie material and a lot of cinema material in Joseph's home
Mm-hmm.
because he's the owner of the cinema that is right in front of your building. You can see it across the street. It's also the same building that you throw the paper plane back in the other episode.
Mm-hmm.
So what is happening here? It's Joseph was like a an important person for his community, and oh, good, you found that. Sorry.
Ah.
So yeah, so Joseph was like an important member for his community because he kind of brought. Hold up.
Ooh. Oh no.
Okay, yeah. So
Okay, that's a jump.
he kind of there's a jump. Yeah.
Just a minute, sweetie.
But you were saying sorry.
Okay, cool. I just didn't want to interrupt the cutscene.
Okay,
So,
be right
the
there.
character that you're playing,
Oh,
Joseph,
just
he
one
was like
photo now.
an important member for his community because he provided access to the movies, to
Mm-hmm.
the cinema, even during Germany crisis,
What have we got here?
and he was there helping. But uh, when the government shift, you also have a shift on people's ideology, on culture. So his cinema is burned down by same people that they like he was helping during the crisis.
Mm.
People stop going in there, and he kind of sees himself in the situation of why is this happening? Like what did I did? So yeah, the memory you just had, it's him trying to put down the fire that someone started, and you can see that there are plenty of people around him and nobody's helping.
Yeah.
So it's one of it's one slice of that period. If I could say that.
Then that is so deep. Also, just a question. This is the picture that I last took with the camera. If you take a picture of
This is
a
the
different
picture.
part, would it show here?
No, wait, you took the picture from different parts. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
cause you zoomed in, right?
Yeah, this was the last picture. I picked up the camera. Joseph wanted to take a last shot, and I took it from the cinema room. If I took it, for
Yeah.
example, of his office, would it change here?
Yes, you would have changed. You
Ah,
would have
that is
find a
so
picture from his
awesome.
office. Yeah.
That is so awesome. Yeah, but that is like the story itself, like that you're telling right
This
now.
should be redone.
It's so deep, like it's so insane, and I feel like it's gonna be so beautiful and so devastating at the same time. So, it's
Yeah.
great that you guys went into that.
True. Yes. I'm really
It's pretty rough.
excited to see how
Pardon me,
people
touch
will
of pliers.
see those episodes kind of coming together because even though those people they don't have any relation to each other
Mhm.
because they
I'm
are
done for today.
characters that exist on very different periods, like being on the same room kind of make them related somehow. I don't know if you feel me, but Uh, it's
Oh, I feel like we're
you're
totally on the same
exploring
page.
like you're exploring this with in 2020 in a very different period, but it's almost like if everyone that lived in there went through the same things together.
Yeah, that
You know,
that is so beautiful. Like that is so inspirational. Now, we only have a few minutes here left, and just like the
I'll
character
just
said,
leave everything as it is until tomorrow.
we're gonna leave everything as it is until tomorrow. So, Diogo, jump us into the webcams because we're gonna talk here a little bit out of the game now.
oh,
As I wanted to ask you because once again, like we have limited time here. Unfortunately, I would keep playing the demo till the end, and I'm gonna play it till the end. But
you actually you got to the end. Actually, you
oh,
only had like yeah you only have like 3 more minutes of gameplay, but
oh,
you kind
interesting.
of
Okay.
got to the end.
Okay. So we got right till the last or the last 5 meters, let's say in the run. But now, Victor, here, the last 3 to 4 minutes, I want to give you the stage here to talk to everyone here at IndieX, the ones that have been following the Berlin apartment already, or the ones that just heard about this game. I want to give you the space here. The floor is yours. 2 to 3 minutes just to talk to the community.
Ooh, okay. All
Whatever
right.
you want to say, shout outs, whatever you want to say. The floor is yours.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, really, really great to be here with you guys. It's my first time doing something like this, and if you really enjoy narrative games, also cozy games, because this is a very cozy game with emotions. Um, please try it out. Try out the demo, even if you just saw the demo right now, because that's pretty much all of it. I encourage you to go on Steam and download it because it's kind of a different feel when you play it. So uh, give it a try there. We have a release date for November 17th.
Ooh.
That's
Of this
very
year?
soon. So you can check the full game like in less than a month.
Oh, damn.
So
Okay.
yeah, you can. I think you can follow us on Twitter under BTF. Just search for BTF on Twitter. I guess BTF Games. It's probably like that. And I think it's the same thing on TikTok and Instagram. That's the whole thing. So yeah, thank you everyone for giving me this space, and to everybody that already played, and to the people that wanted to play the game.
And thank you
That's
for being
I
with us,
suck on
Victor.
this.
Thank you so much for being with us here and representing Blue Backpack. You were talking about wish listing, and once again, the link is going up on the chat. So if you write exclamation mark game, you should have the link to the Berlin apartment to go straight to the Steam page where you can wish list it. Once again, like Ricardo or Asfadel has been saying for the whole of the event of IndieX, this helps a lot indie devs, not just to motivate themselves, but also to pitch to investors or even to just push some other stuff out in the future. So please wishlist it. Please show some love to indie devs. And once again, Victor, thank you so much for being with us. It was a pleasure being here. This is definitely going onto my wish list. And the best
Oh,
of success for you and for everybody at Blue Backpack, not just for this project, but also for Constance that we had here earlier.
yeah, of course. Yeah, thanks a lot, Paula. That was really great.
Yeah, thank you so much for being with us. Now, everyone that's watching at home, we have reached the end of IndieX 2025. This year, we had over 900 game submissions, to which you just saw the 50 finalists pool and also 5 Portuguese masterpieces over the past 5 days of broadcast. We had submissions of all genres, and as we narrowed it down, we got to see amazing indie games from all over the globe. So thank you to everyone that submitted their pieces of arts to this year's edition. It was a blast. For me and from the other hosts, I can talk from them. It was a blast. Now, from me and from all of the IndieX family, our wholehearted thank you to all the solo devs, small teams, and others that do such an amazing work and deliver such great indie experiences. After all, that's what IndieX is all about. It's for indies by indies. Once again, thank you everyone for tuning into the show event, to the showcase event, and stay tuned because we are hosting the awards ceremony with some surprises in the mix right after a really small interruption. So we'll see you next year for the showcase, but we will see you in a few minutes for the awards ceremony.
Once, it must have been the year 1989. A guy named Collier lived here, but he wasn't doing well. day in and day out, always the same chores. All his friends had left him behind. Until one day, he received a mysterious message.
Dad, you've told this story already.
Oh, really? Let me think. There's more where that came from. Did you ever wonder who else lived in this apartment before? So many dreams and dangers, hellos and goodbyes. So many adventures, memories, and mysteries. All in these four walls.
And what about that other story?
That's for another day.